The case related to the alleged discharging of a firearm in a public area by EFF leader Julius Malema and his bodyguard Adrian Snyman has now been postponed to late September for judgment. Let's take you through what happened today. The state and defence presented closing arguments at the East London Regional Court, that's in the Eastern Cape. The pair is facing charges of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, as well as discharging, as I was saying, a gun in a public area. This happened during an EFF 5th anniversary celebration, which was held at the Sisa Dukashe Stadium in Mdantsane. Apologies for that. Let's get you an update now. Bring in SABC News Reporter Abongile Jantjies, who was in court. Abongile, live for us in East London. Abongile, I'm hoping you're able to hear me. The NPA is still very convinced that it's managed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Julius Malema and his bodyguard were guilty on all counts.
Indeed, Temegile, that's what the MPA has been saying. It says that it has brought credible witnesses to the stand to testify against Mr. Malema and Adrian Snyman. They are saying that they are hoping for a conviction, and confidently so, that they have proven everything. They have dismissed allegations that that video which went viral could have been edited. They're saying it's in its right format, and that the only thing they're expecting on the 29th of September, when the judgment is expected to be delivered, is that of a guilty verdict against them. It's been quite 7 years since the incident has happened, and it has caused frustration amongst Julius Malema and Adrian Snyman. They've been saying that it's politically motivated, particularly him, Mr. Malema, that it is politically motivated and racially motivated. It's just targeted on him. He was also saying that they should just let Adrian Snyman, who is his co-accused, go and deal with him directly. So we're expecting to hear on that 29th of September, where we'll be expecting a number of EFF supporters to going to that East London Regional Court to support Malema. And they've been saying that in their arguments, their legal representatives, they've been saying there's no sufficient evidence for conviction with regards to this matter, as no one had laid a complaint with regards to that shooting incident. It only came to the fore when the video of Malema discharging that firearm surfaced on social media, and he has previously maintained that it was not a real gun, it was a toy, and it's something that they used for that particular. It was a planned thing to do, as they do these things during their anniversaries. So we expect to hear what the magistrate Toinette Olivier will be saying, her judgment on that 29th.
And just on what the defense has been arguing here, Abongile, basically raising question, as you alluded to even the authenticity of the video itself, but not just that, even whether what was in Malema's hand in this video, whether that was indeed a gun.
Indeed. I remember when he took to the stand, he produced a firearm resembling the one that's the one in question, and he said that it's a toy gun. The one, it may resemble a real one, but it's a toy gun. It can even show muzzle flash or things like that, but it's the one that's used for stunts in the movies and films. He says that that gun is not a real one, and this case should be. They should have been acquitted. They are expecting the magistrate to acquit them when it comes to the 29th. You recall that they even said the state doesn't have sufficient evidence, and that's why they even applied for the matter to be dropped due to a lack of evidence after the state presented its case and after when it had concluded its state against them. But that wasn't to be, so we now await for the 29th.
And another interesting point of contention, Abongile, between the NPA and Malema and Snyman's lawyer is to do with whether we see people in the video running because they were frightened, fearing that they were in danger. Talk to us about how each of them have tackled that aspect of of the arguments and perhaps what the court wanted to then understand as those aspects were presented?
According to the state, when they view the video, they are saying that there were people who are fearing for their lives. They may not be as many as them, because when the incident happened, he walked a bit away from the stage, but he was still within there. So there were a number of people who were concerned about that. That's what the state is arguing. But when you speak to the defense, when they argue their case, they're saying no one is fearing for their lives. Then no one, had that been the case, someone would have lodged a complaint with the South African Police Service. So we also engaged with AfriForum today. They were there too, because you remember they are the complainants of this matter. The defense is saying that they only did that once that video surfaced on social media. If it wasn't for that video, this case wouldn't have been. We wouldn't be hearing this case at the East London Regional Court. There wouldn't have been a case. So they're saying that as many people were there, the defense, they're saying many people were there and they were rejoicing and they were chanting. So in that case, no one felt feared for their life.
Abongile Jantjies, very good to talk to you. Abongile reporting on that firearm discharge trial against Julius Malema and his bodyguard. Abongile, thank you. Postponement, by the way, we're expecting judgment on the 29th of September in that matter. When